to Advantage Learning Bytes at Coffee Conversation powered by the Emerging India Forum TIFF, Lions Club of Mumbai Shining, India Business Group IBG, Indian Chamber of International Business ICIB, and Prime Infotech Solution Tech Partner. Today's theme is the most innovative things happening with cybersecurity. In Advantage Learning Byte sessions, we invite a subject expert for mini coffee conversation to share their knowledge on a very trending topic. Hi, I am your host Jolly Singh, and our guest speaker for today is Abhishek Pandey.
Hi all.
Abhishek Pandey is senior consultant at Ernst & Young. Hello sir, welcome to our show.
Thanks for the invitation.
So let's get started with our today's conversation. And my first question to you would be that can you provide an overview of the current cybersecurity landscape and some of the major challenges that organizations are facing right now? Hello, sir. I hope you are. I would like to repeat the question for you. That can you provide an overview of the current cybersecurity landscape and some of the major challenges that organizations are facing right now? Because cybersecurity is one of the very important things right now in the world of technology and digitalization, where our country is promoting to Digital India. Our Prime Minister is constantly talking about it. So what would you say about the overview of the current cybersecurity landscape?
Is my screen visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay. So, as you might agree with me that currently we are in the transition phase where all the small shops, they are going digital, and if they are not going digital, they are losing business. And I am it's my, you will agree with me that in the next 5 years, all the businesses will have digital presence. And when I say next 5 years, I doesn't mean that they are just going to have a listing on a Google page or a Google something, but there are specific websites to be every shop will have their websites, their applications or something like that. And the digital inventory management and all those things will be happening in the next 5 to 10 years. And when this transition is happening, there will be many people who will be bad actors who will try to take the advantage, because many people will not know that what to do next or how to take the things forward, because businesses don't know how the things are there in the cybersecurity world. And that in that phase, the things will be in the very much in the dicey phase for the cybersecurity profession, because business is going to face they can face any type of attacks, from phishing to brand brand reputation damage to the cyber terrorism. So recently there was a cyber terrorism type of attack where the people or countries who are not in favor of India, they started targeting all the or businesses or the businesses which have a digital presence online, and the small shops and the companies also which are not having that much cybersecurity related things in their organization. They were the very much victim, and around thousands of the websites were hacked. So yes, the things are going to be very challenging going forward for the cybersecurity world.
Yes, sir. And what are some of the most common cybersecurity threats that business should be aware of, and how they can prevent and protect themselves against these threats?
So threats are this totally depends on the organization. For example, if there is any government side, the threats change. Threat will be different to the person who or organization for which they are running a small shop or a small let's say example BFSI, any finance company will have a different threat than a person the government or a nuclear power plant and all those things. But there are some common threats that everyone will be facing. The magnitude and the various other thing will different. But yes, these are the threats that everyone faces. First of all, is like a phishing. not only the organization but everyone, individuals are also facing phishing campaigns where they are being told that if you like click on the link you will get some money, or different type of lucrative offers are being made, but at the end what people do is that they lose money. And the phishing is one of the thing that which is going on very much. And how can we target this, like make people more aware about this? Is that just organizations can use train their people how to respond to phishing, and they can analyze the phishing attacks that are going on. Apart from this, email gateways and ATP solutions can also be used. The next big threats that organization is facing is insider threat, because a disgruntled employee or a puppy person who is dissatisfied with the organization or having any grudge with the organization is very much dangerous. Because let's assume there is a attacker who wants to attack my organization ABC. He doesn't know very much, or like he will need to perform some research and or a recon to understand about the organization. But the person who is working with me on a day-to-day basis, he knows every ins and outs, what are my flaws and everything. So that will be one of the threat. The second threat that organization will face, that and some lucrative offers which made by ransomware groups, which in which they are offering ransomware as a service and other different mechanism where employee can get a chunk of money just to deploy a ransomware in their organization, and they will get once the organization pays the ransomware, the person people will get money out of it. So that is also like an insider threat which organizations are facing. And for tackling this type of solutions, a DLP and a backup solution can be very much helpful, like a DLP for the critical information that organizations are sharing. The next threat that organizations are facing is like a digital terrorism that I have mentioned previously also. If any statement is made by anyone, it might be part of an organization or from a nation point of view, the people around the globe, because the digital we can say digital doesn't have boundaries. So you make a one comment here, and the person sitting in Afghanistan or Syria or Russia or USA might feel hurted, and he might decide to take a revenge against you, and your organization might get caught up in these things, and that can take the things in a bad way. So that is also one of the threat. And apart from this, there are two more threats which are outdated technologies, which is people are using outdated technology and not updating it very much or at a frequent interval. That is one of the major concern. And apart from me, like one more concern that organization or every organization faces is not having a policy or not following the policy, can be the term. like uh, People buy security stuff, people buy other thing, but they don't set up a policy of what needs to be done. KPI, KRI, KCIs are not set. That is also one of the major concerns or threats for the organization.
Yes, sir. And in the same relevance, one very recent incident has happened where YouTube accounts of lots of famous YouTubers, where professionalism has went digital and everything. They are earning professionally through internet and websites, social media platforms. Many YouTubers accounts were compromised and their videos were deleted, and it, every control, and even after having double security check that the websites provide, stating that this would ensure more safety, it was compromised. So what are your views on that? Because in the name of security, two steps security verification and everything is being added, but at the same time things like these are happening, and their professions and their social medias are compromised.
So things will be happening. It is I will take a real life example. There is when we step out of a house, there is a probability that we might die, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that we will not step out of house. We will sit in our home and all those things. So same applies in technology realm, where when you are enabling your MFA, when you are setting up a password, you are adding a protective measure or protective cover against your account. You are now a little bit more secure, but that doesn't mean that you are absolutely secure or now nothing will happen to you, because these are also technology and websites. They have multiple flaws in it. And recently, you might be aware that Tanmay Bhatt's account was hacked, and in the past 1 year, Elon Musk, and everyone's website were hacked. They were hacked because some of the cases were of insider threat, where Twitter or social media platforms, people have leaked out some information, or there were some other cases where people have not been able to there were some vulnerabilities in the application which were not known to the companies, and they were exploited by the attackers to get the benefits in terms of phishing, where they have in most of the cases what they have done is they have given the private like a bitcoin address or a cryptocurrency address and asked to make the payment, and they will get it double or anything will happen. And most of the people who have fall for it, and they lost the money. So it is when you are adding mfa and other things, it is adding a security to you, but it doesn't mean you will not get hacked.
Yes, sir. And like following the same reference and whatever the threats that you acknowledged and stated, how important is it for the organizations to have a strong cybersecurity culture, and what steps can they take to cultivate this culture within their workforce?
So when it comes to culture, for me, like culture is everything, because how culture totally means like how you're behaving with our people, and what actions you are taking. So if you are like a mature or a little bit like a person who understands the things, you will take the things in a different way. And suppose you are a person who or your organization is a type of a organization where things are not taken that seriously, or there is a blame game culture. So people suppose there is a person who has clicked on a phishing link, everyone does it. But if it is a mature organization, a person will come out and say, yes, I have received a phishing link, I have clicked on it, and XYZ things have happened with my system, please look into it. But if the blame culture is there, then what our person will do is that he will say that I have not done it, or it might have happened from a different account, or someone might have other person have done it. And so but that will not lead to anything, instead of just wasting time. So from culture point of view, a mature culture should be there in the organization, where people understand that yes, people will fail, people and when they fail, people organization or people should be there to protect them. And it should not be there where that it should not be I'm not stating that we should be in the phase where every mistakes should be avoided just because we have a good culture. Something there should be a balance between if you do a mistake, it is accepted, but if it is like a mistake or something which is done by knowingly or very stupid mistake, then there should be some punishment also.
Definitely, sir. And what are the key elements of a robust cybersecurity strategy, and how can organizations ensure they have the right measures in place to prevent and detect these cyber attacks that are going on?
Every organization is different. So I cannot say follow this 10 steps and you will be secure and all those things. But yes, if there is a very small shop or a small business, they might not be able to follow all the security measures implemented. Or if there is a very big organization and they are following a very small cybersecurity practice, or very limited set of controls, that then it will not help them much, because when the attackers behind them are state sponsored hackers or APT groups, who will take try to take the advantage of the all the, or they will have the technology or all the assets that they need to exploit that victim in a best possible way. So what I recommend to my all my clients is something that if they are totally new to the security, they don't know, they have not done anything, then CIS top 18 is the one of the frameworks or security controls which lists down 18 security controls that can be implemented by any organization. And it is very simple things maintaining asset inventory, maintaining list of softwares, patching them, running VAPT, and all those things. Very simple things that can be done by any organization. CIS top 18 is that something that organization should follow. And if the organization is maturing, or there is some action is going on where they are it's a fairly big organization, or they are in the majority stage, then they should follow ISO 27001 or NIST CSF, because NIST CSF and ISO 27001 covers almost we can say hundreds of controls, where it ranges from policies to procedures to operational things, and to everything that an organization can have. So NIST CSF or ISO 27001 is the one that our organization should follow when it comes to security.
Right, sir. And with the increasing adoption of cloud computing and storage, what are some of the best practices for organizations to secure their data and ensure the privacy and confidentiality of their information?
Yep. So like there is a lot of buzz going on, like cloud will add this, cloud is adding attack vector and all those things. But I have a different view here, which is like so. Let's take example that there is this what I personally believe is that cloud is just giving you the speed of access. Like if you want a server, you just click on a button on Azure and your server will be ready. But if you don't have SOPs and the procedure to like how to create a server, what needs to be done, and how hardening will be happening, then there will be a grave mistake. So what organization should or people should follow instead of like having a procedure, because earlier also there used to happen when like if an organization has resources, they will just set up a server in a IT infrastructure, or if any IT administrator wants, they can set up servers very easily. So cloud is just acting as a the mistakes that we were doing in the small world, making it bit more fast and bit more agile. Agile in the sense like things are very much fast, and the magnitude also increases very much. Now coming to the security point of view, like if you have a clear SOP and how to take the things, and what will happen if if there is any misconduct, or servers are created without permission, then there should be necessary action should be taken. Apart from this, like the one of the very basic thing that every organization should do is that they should know what their assets are, like know their server, how the data is flowing, what is the criticality. If they know themselves like what the data is there, what the server is there, and how the things are being managed in the organization, they will be able to stop almost 70 to 80% of the attacks, where because most of the attack happen because organizations don't know where the servers are. Recently there was one data breach where attacker bug bounty hunter reported that yes, there is a vulnerability, and which is leading to uh, like uh, which is leading to a data exposure. But what organization said is that no, this is not our data and all those things. The blame game started, and since they were not knowing that yes, this asset belongs to me and I'm the property owner of this asset, they did not take the action. And after 2 months, that all the data was exposed to the internet, and there was a very much news. It was too much in the news, and things were happening. So knowing the things like creating a SOP, just create the SOP, how the servers will be created, how the confidential data will be traveling, whether it will be from what we say SOP, what SOP will be followed. These things are very much important.
And so we are slowly sliding into the world of artificial intelligence, and followed by everybody is talking about artificial intelligence and AIs. So how does the rapid advancement of technology such as artificial intelligence and the internet of things impact cybersecurity, and what are some of the steps that organizations can take to address the associated risks that come with it?
So whenever organization tries to onboard a new technology or a uh, new technology or a new asset or anything, then one of the major thing that they should consider is what is the risk to reward ratio. So if there is a let's assume that adding this technology worth 5 rupees will add a value to the organization of 50 rupees, but it is also adding a risk to it, like a 60 rupees risk, that all my data will be lost or something bad might happen, or this is a technology that is not tested. Everyone is talking about the blockchain, like we should implement blockchain is in this all those technology, but currently it is not tested or proven that yes, it is completely secure. So organization or a mature organization should keep a distance, and they should keep monitoring the things, how the things are going on and how to take it forward. And uh, at one point of time when the things are understandable, and we are in the common ground that yes, now this technology is proven, and doesn't has any backdoors and all those things, the organization should consider that onboarding that asset. Apart from this, risk reward ratio is one of the very much important thing that organizations should consider, and they should not add technology just because of FOMO, that yes, if I don't include AI in my app, or if I don't add AI or blockchain in my process, then it will I will lose the game or something bad will happen. It should always there whether it will add value to my technology, or whether it will add value to my customers, or the business process, or the value, the business, or at the end, value is very much important to the organization.
Yes, sir. And how important is it for organizations to regularly update and patch their software systems? And what can happen if they neglect their aspect of cybersecurity?
So if updating and patching the systems are very basic things, it is also covered in CIS top 18. You should patch the system that you have, because when you are not patching the system, you are living with the vulnerability. And as every alternate Tuesday or a month of a Tuesday, third or fourth Tuesday, Microsoft releases patches, because what happens is multiple vulnerabilities are being exploited by the attacker or found out by the attacker, and some of the vulnerabilities are identified by the security companies, or which are being reported, or by the log analysis, or various other means. When organizations come to know that yes, this is the vulnerability in the system, they try to patch it. It not matter much when it comes to normal people, because you might not be the target when the things are happening in scale, you might become the target. But when it comes to organization should patch the system, because you might we might remember the case of WannaCry ransomware, which where all the attacks or the systems which were affected, around 18,000, around 18,000 organizations around the globe, where not 18, multiple thousand organizations were attacked due to this ransomware attack. And it has occurred just because the systems were not patched with eternal blue, or there was a specific patch which needs to be applied, and this people have not applied the patch, and which led to the what we say the ransomware attack. And but we should also consider that patching is not always the solution also, because if I'm saying on about the WannaCry, I should also say about the Sonic Wall, where the Sonic Wall organization, what they have done is that all the clients who have updated their system, they were also hacked, because what attacker has done is that they have used a supply chain attack, in which all the people who were using the latest version of Sonic Wall services, they were affected with the ransomware. And around almost all the Fortune 500 companies, are 18,000 organizations around the globe, including FBI, CIB, and all those things. All the organizations were attacked because of this. So having a policy, whether you are going to follow n process, n patch, or n minus one or n minus two patch, is always recommended. Having a policy is very much recommended when it comes to patching the systems.
Yes, sir. And so my last question to you would be that how do you see the future of cybersecurity evolving, and what should organizations be prepared for in terms of emerging threats and cybersecurity best practices?
So organizations should know what they are doing, and where the exposure to the risk is there. That is very much important, because biggest mistake that organizations do is that they don't know what the asset they are holding, or they don't know what the data they are the flowing, what's the data they are holding, what's the flow of the data. Suppose there is any sensitive data, what should be the flow, what's the regular flow, that should be analyzed. But when it comes to security, I think there are some 5 to 7 steps that every organization should follow. Is that people do the mistake that buying a black box or any technology, maybe it antivirus or EDR or XDR or any fancy name that they give. Buying this technology will help me, help me or give me a silver bullet, that is it's a silver bullet that I'm looking for, because every salesperson will say yes, this is the silver bullet for all your problems, and you should buy it. But it should be the decision of the business, whether it will help the business in both way, in the security way, plus for maintaining the security, plus whether it will help them to understand improving the efficiency also. Because it should not happen that you have purchased the product and now it is leading to the downtime and other services, or it is not compatible. That's the first point. The second point is that organizations should follow is that they should integrate the systems. If there is, if your organization has 10 security solutions, then all the 10 should have a central control, and a person should be looking at all the control. Because multiple times what I have seen is that people purchase the technology, they but no one is monitoring them, no, DLP is generating an alert, but no one is having a look at whether it is working fine or not, if someone is monitoring it or not, what are the alerts being generated. Apart from this, suppose you have a phishing button, like whether people who are reporting phishing, whether it is being analyzed or not. That are like a very much important thing that organization should cover. Apart from this, like not testing the technology that they are using. So like suppose you have purchased a DLP or a SOC, then you are expecting that it will like protect me, in DLP case, if someone is trying to bypass or say share confidential data with like outside of organization, then it should generate an alert. It is our basic assumption, or it is something that we are expecting, but we don't know whether in the time of attack or in the time of crisis, when the person is trying to exfiltrate the data out of the organization, whether these systems will be able to detect it or not. And for that, it is very much important that all the technologies that organization is purchasing, it should be tested, and tested regularly. It is not that you have tested 1 year back or 5 years back and now you are sure that yes, now I'm secure. And the next point that is very much important is that trusting the black box. People trust, or people trust that yes, now I have purchased the technology, I have integrated it, now things are going fine. But the risk and threat landscape of the organization changes every day, I can say. Now today there is a condition, there is a XYZ condition, tomorrow will be some other condition. So testing this technology and keep them testing at a regular interval, it is very much important. And when purchasing these technologies, like a KPI or KCI should be tested, that yes, I will have this many of alerts, or these things are, if these things are happening, then I will assume that this project was worth it or not. That is very much important. And the last point that organization should do is that they should not think that adding a new black box will solve my problem, because people always think that yes, I have purchased this product, it didn't help out, let me switch to the other product. But mostly the major lag that I have seen in my experience is that people lag from the policy point of view. People don't know, people don't set up the policy, and they expect that things should work as per some assumptions. So SOP or policy should be created.
Okay, sir. And thank you so much. That was it for our questions. Thank you so much for joining this session and giving us your insightful views about everything and clearing our every question with a great set of answers. We would look forward to hosting you again, have this opportunity to talk with you again on more such interesting and trending topic. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Have a good
And for my audience, the Advantage Learning Bytes session will be available on the Coffee Conversation show on YouTube. So please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. We are looking forward to more subject expert with another very trending and very important topic to discuss upon. Share your comments on the YouTube channel and be a part of these special curated sessions. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining this. And thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time to us. Thank you so much.
Sure, have a good day.